Located in the heart of Southeast Europe, Serbia is a charming country with a rich history and impressive cultural diversity. Positioned within the Balkan region, this landlocked nation is surrounded by several key European countries. To the north, it borders Hungary, Croatia, and Romania, while to the west, it neighbors Bosnia and Herzegovina. To the south, its borders touch Montenegro and Bulgaria, reinforcing its central position in the Balkan Peninsula. Serbia's territory covers an area of approximately 88,500 square kilometers, making it one of the largest countries in the Balkans and Europe. Its capital, Belgrade, is not only the administrative and cultural hub of Serbia, but also the main urban center, attracting tourists and investors due to its vibrant cultural life and growing economy. Belgrade is home to nearly 2 million people, about one-third of the country's total population, which amounts to around 7 million inhabitants. This city is known for its historic architecture blended with modern structures, vast green spaces, and a lively nightlife that reflects the youthful and resilient spirit of the Serbian people. The history of the Serbs is filled with fascinating and complex chapters. Descended from the South Slavs, they settled in the region we now know as Serbia as early as the 7th century. The name Yugoslavia, which would come centuries later, literally translates to Land of the South Slavs, reflecting their ethnic roots. Between the 7th and 14th centuries, the Serbs not only established several kingdoms but also adopted Christianity, which had a profound impact on the culture and social structure of the region. The 14th century was a time of great challenges, with the Serbs facing the forces of the Ottoman Empire. One of the most significant events from this era was the Battle of Kosovo in 1389, where both Prince Lazar and Sultan Murad I were killed. This event is still remembered today as a symbol of resistance. The Ottoman conquest of Belgrade in 1521 cemented their control over Serbia, a rule that lasted until 1878. Independence was only regained after intense negotiations that led to the Treaty of Berlin, a decisive moment that reshaped the course of Serbian history. The 20th century was a time of major change for Serbia, starting with the impact of Gavrilo Princip's assassination, which triggered World War I. This devastating war led to the loss of over 1 million Serbs. After the conflict, the South Slavs united under the banner of Yugoslavia, a setup that lasted until 2003 when the country was renamed Serbia and Montenegro, before eventually separating in 2006. In addition, in 2008, Kosovo declared its independence, a move Serbia does not recognize, leading to NATO forces guarding the border. Today, Serbia remains outside the European Union, still using its own currency, the Serbian dinar. Interestingly, the 100 dinar banknote honors Nikola Tesla, one of Serbia's most famous scientists, whose legacy continues to be celebrated in his homeland. In Belgrade, there is a museum dedicated to his life and work, and the city's main airport is also named after him, highlighting his importance as a national icon. When you stroll through Belgrade, one of the first must-see spots is the vibrant Knez Mihailova Street. Named after Prince Mihailo III of Serbia, this famous pedestrian avenue is a true hub of activity. Filled with internationally renowned shops, the street is a popular meeting place for high society, tourists, and locals alike. The buildings lining the street are architectural gems, showcasing European styles with color palettes ranging from cream to white. Knez Mihailova Street is also an open-air stage for artists and musicians, who bring the atmosphere to life with melodies played on pianos and guitars, hoping for tips from passers-by. Throughout the day, the street transforms into an informal festival, with street performers setting up their spots, adding a festive tone to the place. Popcorn vendors and other street sellers are also part of the scene, further enriching Belgrade's vibrant street culture. Exploring Belgrade is pretty easy thanks to its accessible transportation system. One standout option is the free public transport from the airport to the city center. For example, the Red Bus 72 lets passengers board for free through the middle of the bus and takes you all the way to the Zeleni Venac area. However, it's a good idea to be cautious with taxis, as they tend to be a pricier option. It's not uncommon to find drivers charging outrageous fares for short distances, sometimes asking for up to €50 for a simple ride from the airport to the city center. Although Belgrade doesn't have a metro system, the city makes up for it with an efficient network of municipal buses, trolleybuses, and predominantly white taxis. Many of Belgrade's attractions are within easy walking distance, especially since most visitors and locals tend to concentrate their activities on the south side of the Sava River, which divides the city in half. Often, those staying in the southern part don't feel the need to use public transport to cross over to the north. The city is clearly divided by the Sava River. The northern part, or New Belgrade, is a hub for business activities and still features buildings from the Yugoslav era, as well as offices of major international corporations like Microsoft and Huawei. Additionally, this area is known for its factories, the main airport, and sports arenas. Belgrade is organized in such a way that each side of the river serves a distinct purpose, with the north being more focused on business and industrial infrastructure. Belgrade has an interesting divide between its southern and northern regions, almost like two different cities. The southern part is a real tourist hotspot, full of charming cafes, eye-catching architecture, and a variety of hotels, museums, and lush parks. On the other hand, the northern part of the city has a more industrial feel and is mainly focused on business, giving it a very different vibe. When it comes to shopping in Serbia, the Maxi supermarket chain stands out as the most popular. Despite inflation, prices are still fairly affordable, especially for basic necessities. Items like organic milk, pasta, and salami usually cost between 1 and 2 euros per package. Additionally, alcohol is surprisingly cheap, with cans of beer often sold for less than 1.5 euros, making the cost of living much lower compared to other European countries. A fun fact about Serbia that many people don't know is the correct abbreviation for its internet code. Contrary to what some might think, the code isn't SR, but RS, which stands for the Republic of Serbia. This code is often seen on products, signs, and is also used in the country's website addresses. Belgrade not only captivates during the day with its rich history and vibrant street culture, but it also transforms at night, offering one of the most exciting nightlife scenes in Europe. The city is especially famous for its floating parties, locally known as splavovi, which are nightclubs situated on boats anchored along the Danube and Sava rivers. These unique venues offer an unforgettable experience, combining lively music, dancing, and spectacular views of the city lit up at night. Belgrade's bar and club scene is diverse, ranging from cozy spots with live music to large clubs that host international DJs. The city's youthful and energetic culture ensures that every night feels like a celebration, reflecting the resilient and joyful spirit of the Serbian people. This vibrant nightlife not only draws tourists from all over the world, but also serves as a testament to the warm and lively nature of Belgrade. In addition to its vibrant nightlife, Belgrade is also a great starting point for exploring another charming aspect of Serbia, its winemaking tradition. Serbia has a rich wine heritage that dates back to Roman times, with various regions like Fruška Gora known for their picturesque vineyards and high-quality wines. These wine regions not only produce local varieties such as Prokupak and Tamjanika, but also reinvent international classics, offering unique tasting experiences that attract wine enthusiasts from around the world. For visitors looking for a deeper cultural experience, a trip along Serbia's wine routes is the perfect complement to the dynamism of Belgrade. These tours provide an intimate glimpse into Serbia's peaceful countryside and its long-standing winemaking tradition, which combines ancient and modern techniques, reflecting the country's rich cultural tapestry. Serbian women are often celebrated for their beauty and elegance, qualities that are enhanced by the country's rich cultural diversity. With features that reflect a mix of Slavic, Mediterranean, and Eastern influences, Serbian women have a distinctive look that is admired both locally and internationally. However, their beauty goes beyond the physical, also encompassing a strong sense of dignity and intelligence that shines through in their social, academic, and professional interactions. When it comes to relationships, Serbia strikes a dynamic balance between traditional and modern values. Family is considered a cornerstone of Serbian society, and relationships are often viewed with long-term commitment in mind, placing a high emphasis on loyalty and dedication. In general, Serbians value open communication and sincerity in their relationships, whether with family, friends, or romantic partners. Serbia's social scene, especially in vibrant cities like Belgrade, offers plenty of opportunities to meet people and build relationships. The lively nightlife, cultural activities, and social spaces like cafes and parks provide the perfect setting for social interactions, creating an ideal environment for new connections to flourish.